Sa totoong buhay, yung The Kingdom.
Okay na akong dayang. Thank you po.
Thank you, Sue. Christine?
Yes, hello. Ako po dito si Dayang Matinyas. Ako po ang anak ni Lacan na feeling responsable sa lahat ng bagay, hindi lang sa pamilya, kundi sa buong kaharian. At yun, tungkol sa question, ang antas ng lipunan, sa lipunan, siguro ang pipiliin ko ay maging isang dayang na rin. Kasi ayoko na rin mahirapan sa buhay.
Magpapakatotoo lang naman. Thank you, Christine. What about you, Piolo?
Ako po si Piolo Pascual. At ang role ko po dito ay si Sulo, isang itinatwa. He's an outcast of the society. So, yung bubog niya sobrang lalim kaya hindi siya nakaabot sa kaharian. At yung nang pinanggagalingan ng pait, yung galit, at yung sa buhay niya na parang wala akong tattoo dito, so makikita ninyo na talagang hindi siya member ng society. So to answer that question, if I were to have a voice, I would want equality na lahat ng tao pinapakinggan kahit anong antas ka pa sa lipunan.
Alright. Thank you very much, sir. And Bossing.
Ako yung kaibigan ni Piolo Pascual. Ako yung king ng kingdom. Si Lacan Makisig. Ang Lacan na naiipit sa dalawang mundo. Mundo ng tradisyon at heritage, at kultura, at mundo ng pamilya. Yung mga tunay na nararamdaman na galing sa kanyang puso. So natin sa sakit na hindi niya alam kung anong papakuran niya. Tradisyon ba? O yung sarili mong pakiramdam sa buhay. At kung ako papipiliin, siyempre, Lacan.
Siyempre, bakit pa iba? And Bossing, maraming salamat po. Direct Mike, this is such an epic, parang a film of epic proportions. Gusto lang namin malaman, ano po ba yung inspirasyon behind the creation of this film? And as a follow-up na rin, Direct, what was the biggest challenge in transforming this unique idea into reality? Meron bang particular na eksena or aspect of the film na talagang nahirapan po kayong buuin o i-execute?
Go ahead. Yung pinagalingan talaga ng konsepto, actually, we wanted to make a non-political film about politics. That's why yung pinaka-seed or yung pinaka-soul ng pelikula is really still about family. And yun yung parang nabuhay na doon yung kwento, yung nabuo na namin yung mga characters, but at the end of the day, it's still all about family. And in terms of yung challenge, I think one of the biggest inspirations sa amin in terms of the sequences, I think is sequence 1. Yung sequence 1 kasi, I can't really speak most about it, but it took about 4 or 5 months to set up. Humingi kami ng tulong sa Philippine Navy. It was very, very difficult to make, and you guys will see it. Yun yung pinakaunang eksena ng buong pelikula. But other than that, technically that was the hardest. Pero other than that, any scene, nakasama yung buong pamilya. Kasi yung dynamics, I think, yung parang komplikado talaga i-direct. Kasi everything else is technical. Pero in terms of yung emotion, yung relationship nila sa isa't isa, nandun yung puso ng pelikula.
So no matter how epic the proportions are, it's still a very personal story. Thank you very much, Direct Mike, for sharing. At ngayon naman, alam natin maraming katanungan from our friends sa press. Let's start the ball rolling. Our question is from Romel Gonzalez of PEP. Romel?
Yes, magandang gabi po sa ating lahat. My first question is for the two lead actors of the film, kay Bossing Vic at kay Mr. Piolo Pascual. Alam po namin, unang pagsasama niyo yung dalawa ito sa isang proyekto. Kumusta po ang naging sitwasyon? Kumusta po ang takbo ng shoot ninyong dalawa?
Thank you for that wonderful question. Ano nga ulit yun? Kami ni Piolo, When Direct Mike first talked to me about the concept, about the film, sabi na sa akin, it's ganito, ganyan. Medyo nasyak ako. I had, medyo nagdalawang isip ako kasi it's a serious film. Sabi nga ni Direk, it's a non-political, political film. Parang, I was asking myself, bagay ba sa akin? And another question was, kaya ko ba ito? And then, till finally, medyo parang okay na sa akin. I asked him, sino mga kasama, sino cast? Sabi ni Direk, we're negotiating with Piolo Pascual. Okay, go na tayo. Sabi ko. It's not every movie na... Kasi we belong to different stations before. So we never had the chance to be together in one film. So this is one pagkakataon na hindi ko kaya palampasin. At yung bonding namin ni Piolo, I was asked before, kumusta ang bonding nyo? Hindi kami nagbabanding. Kasi hindi ko siya kilala eh. Yung character niya, Aslakan, I don't know him. Wala siya. Tinatwa ito eh. Tinatwa is, in English, is outcast. So wala akong pakialam sa kanya. It just so happens, pag malapit ng yung climax ng istorya, doon kami magtatakbo. Doon kami nagbanding. Sumobrang banding. Rurok na yung naging banding.
Sa akin, yeah, it's like what Bossy said. It was really hard to mingle with everyone, not just with each other, because we had to be in our character, be focused. So even sa set, tig-isa-isa kami din kasi kailangan nakafocus kami sa gagawin namin. It was a fun film to shoot, but it was really hard because of the lines, because of the costumes, because of the set, because of the pressure. So I think we were all doing some sort of a method just for us to get into our character and make sure na hindi kami magbe-break ng character. So we never had a chance to talk with each other, we never had a chance to bond. And it worked well for the film. Kasi kinailangan namin yun para in the end, pag nakita na kami, makikita namin yun kung ano talaga yung kailangan namin sa isa't isa. Pero I've always been a fan, so nakikita ko pa lang siya sabi ko parang ako nangangarap It was like living my dream, you know, na makasama ko yung isang Big Soto. So, wow.
Thank you very much. Yolo, thank you very much, Bossing. Any additional questions, Romel?
For my last question sa inyong dalawa pa rin, nung nag-bonding na kayo, ano yung na-discover nyo sa isa't isa na medyo nagulat o natuwa kayo?
Ako isa lang na-discover ko. I've heard about this guy before. Magaling daw na artista, ganyan. Napatunayan ko that he is a seriously good actor. As a matter of fact, in one of the sequences that we were together, medyo pinapanood ko siya nung wala akong take. Medyo nag-fanboy mode ako. Totoo yun, totoo. Pinapanood ko na siya. Ang galing! Ang haba ng dialogue pero hindi siya nagkakamali. Ako kapraso lang, bumabakil pa eh. So, yun na napatunayan ko. Seriously good actor. Not just a good actor, he is a good person. In and out. Magaling ito.
Thank you, Bossy. Hindi ko na po alam sasabihin ko. One thing I discovered about Bossing was, you know, you're not gonna last long in this business if your heart is not in the right place. And I must say, so nakita ko yung dedication sa craft, yung commitment niya sa trabaho, yung sa pagmamahal niya, not just sa trabaho, pero yung sa buong paligid niya sa environment niya, yung professionalism. You know, you're not gonna last long in this business, staying on top if you are not that good of a person, if your heart is not good. And that's what I saw. Napakabait na tao ni Bossing. Sobra.
Congratulations sa inyong lahat.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Romel.
Maraming salamat din, Romel. Our next question will come from Tessa Mauricio of the Manila Times. Tessa?
Hello. Good evening po sa lahat. Good evening po, Haring Bossing. Baka makita ho kayo ni Tito Sen tonight. Sabihin niya yung look niyo pang Senado. Senado na at pang hari pa, di ba? But anyway, I just wanted to go back po dun sa sinabi niyo kanina. Medyo nabitin lang ho kami dun sa pagsabi sa inyo ni Direct Mike about the concept and that we would have to be portraying a serious role from beginning to end. At sinabi niyo, eventually, parang sabi niyo, medyo naisip niyo, sige, gagawin ko na. Balikan lang po natin yung part na yun. Paano po kayo na-convince? Matagal na po kayong hindi nakabalik sa MMFF and people always expect you to bring the laughter sa festival. Pero ngayon po, ito ang pinili niyo. What convinced you to really do it?
Last time I made a movie for the festival was about 5 or 6 years ago, 2018. With Mission Unstoppable, with Direct Mike then, ang aming director, with the guys, with the boys, and Maine Mendoza. And then, pandemic, parang natigil. And there were other concepts that were being presented to me. So, nung tinanong ako ni Direct, may gagawin ka ba for December? Sabi ko, wala pa dahil may mga nagpe-present, ganyan. And when he presented to me the concept, as I said earlier, I was medyo scared. Takot ako, baka hindi ko kaya. And I just want to share with you a story with my kids. There was one time we had dinner out, and all my kids were there. The older ones, which means si Danica, si Oyo, si Pico, si Paulina, and Tali as well. And sabi nila sa akin, Dad, gumawa ka naman ng serious movie. Yung tipong, yung malagad pattern, medyo may pagkabili ng dating. Sabi ko, I'll think about it. At that time, sikat yung A Man Called Otto by Tom Hanks. Sabi ko, sige, I even joked about it. Sabi ko, sige, gawin ko yung A Man Called Soto. Gusto nyo? Yung masungit na, alam mo na. So dumating yung concept, dumating yung proposal ni Direct Mike. I think, so I said to myself, eto na yun. Eto na yung hinihingi ng mga anak ko. It's something out of my comfort zone. It is an out-of-the-box concept. That's why I decided I want to do this.
Having done and completed the film na serious po from beginning to end, ano po yung naramdaman yung fulfillment pagkatapos mo, realization?
Mas naramdaman ko yung pagod.
Sigurado po.
Of course, fulfillment. I don't know if I did good. Nasa mga viewers na yun. I don't know. No.
may subtitle naman, Bossing, mamaya. Talaga namin.
I did my best. I hope my best is okay, no? Ewan ko, Direct. Okay ba?
Direct, did you ever have any doubts po that Bossing, or was Bossing really the person, like the actor that you wanted to cast for this role?
Yeah. Nung tinawagan ko si Bossing, Sabi niya, sige, pag-usapan nga natin yan. He piqued his interest, but he didn't commit agad. He invited me to his house. And then what I realized is, Bossing never said yes, actually. He never accepted the project. We just ended up talking for about mga 3 hours, and he just started asking questions. Parang in terms of cast, look, production design. Sabi ko, hindi pa siya umuoo eh. Bakit namin pinag-uusapan yun? And I knew he was already in. Diba? Parang ano na eh, yung puso niya nag-commit na, even if his mouth didn't say the words yet. Pero ako naman, having seen the film, of course, having completed it, alam natin, lagi natin naririnig yung ito kakaibang ganito ang makikita nyo, kakaibang bossing, ito talaga kakaiba. Kasi he has never done it in his whole career. And ako, at least as a director, I told him, one of my first words nung nag-usap kami about the concept, sabi ko, Bossing, if you say no, the movie will not exist. That was also my deal with sila Miss Jane and Miss Hannah. If Bossing says no, I will not do the film. So, at least Bossing, enjoy na lang tayo ng Pasko natin, wala tayong MMFF. But he said yes, and that's why we're all here.
So much to look forward to. Just one question po, syempre, for Papa P. So, si Bossing has crossed over and tried the kind of acting that you do, yung drama, full drama. Tinaya ka naman ba niya na ikaw naman ay mag-crossover at soon gumawa naman ng pelikula with him na?
Sabi niya kanina. So, kung gano'n raw siya nahirapan dito, ako naman daw mahihirapan pag nag-comedy. So,
That's my next dream movie. A comedy film with Viola Pascual. Direk, alam mo na.
Salamat po, thank you.
Pinahirapan ako eh. Siya naman mahihirapan ko eh.
Palitan lang yan, Bossing. Pero thank you very much, Tessa. And our next set of questions will come from an Arena TV of TikTok.
Hello po, I'm here.
Hi.
My questions are for Miss Sue at saka kay Mr. Papa P. kay Miss Sue muna. Miss Sue, I understand na yung character mo dito ay isang mabait na anak, which is very admirable. So with that being said, ano naman yung ayaw mo sa character mo?
Okay. Kung meron akong isang bagay siguro na ayaw sa character ko, it's her being naive. Hindi naman masamang maging naive, no? Pero to the extent na parang sobrang sheltered kasi dahil lumaki ako sa kaharian. Alam mo, hindi ko talaga alam kung ano ba talagang nangyayari outside of the gates. Typical yung kwento ni Luwalhati until an unfortunate event happens. And then, mamumulat siya dun sa mundo na hindi niya kilala. Na wow, hindi ko alam na meron palang ganito. So, siguro if there's one thing that I think, it's her being sheltered and naive.
Another question is, if you could switch roles sa ibang mga characters dito, kanino yun?
Kinsa ngayon. Wala, I love tayong Luwalhati. I've like grown to love my character. I don't think ipagpapalit ko siya sa kahit anong character. And I think everybody did so well with their own characters. I wouldn't want to take yung galing na in-offer nila doon para sa akin.
Thank you. And for Mr. Papa P na lang.
Mr. Papa P na lang.
From watching yung The Making ng The Kingdom, parang kung napakaseryoso po nung role nyo, you're an outcast, rebel, ganyan. So, ang tanong ko na po, meron po ba kayong light moment dito? Kasi parang my impression is parang pasan nyo ang daigdig dito.
I guess it'll be too much to say pag in-explain ko pa what he had to go through to get what he wanted. So I don't want to preempt it and say na there are definitely light moments but kasama sa journey ng character niya.
Same with Miss Sue, if you could switch roles, kanino?
Salamat.
Yun. Thank you po.
Thank you very much. And our next set of questions will come from Lea Santerio of People's Journal.
Hi.
Hi, Lea.
All the way from the back.
Hi, good evening, Bossing. Good evening,
Good
DJ.
Long time.
Hi. Hi, Ryan.
Hi,
Hi,
Lea.
Direct Mike. We saw the costumes displayed there. Costumes ng King, may costume ng Queen. And persons who wore those respective costumes speak up. So, how did the costume help in your role, your respective roles? And who wore the costume of the Queen?
Yeah, pardon us, Leia, medyo choppy lang yung message na mic. If you could just repeat the question, please.
Yeah, we saw the costumes displayed there, costume ng Queen, and the costume ng King. Who wore the costume of the Queen? And will the people, the artists who wore the respective costumes speak up and how did the costume help in their roles? Maybe Direct Mike can also shed light on the costumes.
Actually, yeah, I'll start first because we can actually reveal who wears the Queen costume. Because you will see it in the last 2 minutes of the film. But obviously, the king's costume is
they can talk about it. Yes. Thank you.
Spoiler alert pala yun, ma'am.
Grabe. Maybe
Any other question, Ms. Leia? Sorry, can we just fix the mic of Ms. Leia Santerio, please?
maybe the
Papalito.
Yeah.
sorry. Maybe the respective persons who wore the costumes can talk about it. How did it help in their portrayal and
For me, as Lakan,
yes, bossy.
eto na ang pinaka-casual ko.
Casual na yan, bossing.
Hindi, totoo. Tata.
Totoo.
Oo, ito na ang pinaka-casual ni Lakan Makisig. For every occasion, iba yung suot niya. Pag spoiler alert din.
Oo ba? Spoiler alert eh.
Whatever you can
But
say,
it helped me a lot. Lalo na sa posture as a king. Kasi kailangan hari ang dating mo.
Yes.
Hindi pwede nakaganon na parang enteng kapisote lang. Hindi pwede. So, for me, the costumes, plural, the costumes, helped me a lot in my character as Lakan.
PJ, hi.
Ms. Leia, actually I'm in character right now. The whole time,
Parang poor boy ka dun sa ano.
sobra pong poor.
Okay.
Sobra talagang poor. Kaya lahat ng suot ko pang common tao and they had to darken my complexion. So every time sa set, even face ash, naka-prosthetics ako and yung costume ko, mabaho siya. Parang gano'n. Mabaho siya. Pero nakatulong po siya sa akin. Kasi walang makalapit sa akin. Lapot na lapot ako tapos ang sumilipot yung tignan. So yung parang nakatulong na sa akin.
Alright, thanks. Can we hear from the prince and the princess?
The princess.
Well, for me, ito po rin yung costume ko. So, it helps po kapag nakadamit kami at nakapostura dahil nararamdaman namin yung character na aming biniplay. Opo.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I think costume, it's all tech di ba? We wear it, but it's still what's inside your heart, your mind, what you say through your lines. But it really, really helps talaga kapag suot mo na yung costume to really jump into your character.
Thank you. Sid.
For me, yeah. As in, crutch po siya. Automatic yun. If I find out na may... if I find out na may costume, it's like, yay, that's half of my job done. Lalo na pag may props. Masaya pag may props.
Can we hear from Nico?
Yun nga po, the first time I wore this costume, sabi ko kay Direk, wow, napaka-dignified ng utusan na to. So, may ganito, may papin pa. But, ayun nga, nakakatulong, nakaka-enhance ng pag-immerse dun sa character kapag suot na.
Internalize, ano?
Yes, totoo po, ma'am.
Can we hear from the kid? Zion. Thank you.
Para sa akin po, tulad lang ng sa kanila lahat. Kasi kung naka-dress kami as tambay sa daan, kapag nakaganong kami, hindi namin mararamdaman na parang hari, parang prinsesa, tapos gano'n. Tapos kunyari gaganda at papagi.
Alright, thank you. Thanks, Rai.
Thank you very much, Leia. And our next set of questions will come from Jill Tan Radovan of Esquire.
Hello, good evening po. Hello po.
Hello, Jill.
Hello, nice to see you again. Good evening po sa lahat ng tao sa kaharian. My question, I have one question, but it's for everyone. Ano ang iyong natuklasan? Teka lang. Ano ang iyong natuklasan tungkol sa iyong sarili at sa kakayahan mo bilang artista, bilang bahagi ng cast ng The Kingdom? Siguro, let's start with Zion.
Sige nga, Zion.
Pressure.
Hindi ko naiintindihan, bata pa ako eh. Ano sabihin ng mga words na yun?
What did you dapat ba English? Kasi mukhang...
Tagalog mo.
Anong na-discover mo about tungkol sa kakayahan mo bilang artista ngayon na part ka nung cast ng The Kingdom?
Maayos po kasi nakakaiyak naman ako. Ewan ko talaga kung ano yung sabihin ng words na yun. Ang baba ng Tagalog. Dimi. May natutunan sa pagiging artista. Okay.
Naintindihan mo na.
Okay. Natutunan ko po sa pagiging artista ay hindi lang mag-a-act. Dapat ano nga yun? Pakikiramdaman niyo po kung ano yung eksena kasi kapag artista po kayo, dapat kapag iiyak kayo, paano kung ganun talaga yung sitwasyon niyo? Kunyari, si Lakan, si Bossing.
Nagturo ka pa. Mandamay ka pa.
Kunyari, yung ayun po, yung magiging hari, pero hindi naman talaga kayo hari. Tapos kapag di nyo alam kung paano maging hari, dapat po, babasahin nyo yung eksena. Ewan ko.
Thank you.
Thank you, Zion.
Okay. Very articulate, ha?
Natutunan ko pong maging totoong Pilipinong artista. Yun po yung natutunan ko, na proud po ako maging Pilipino at actor.
From the bottom of my heart, I learned that I know so little about the craft. I've been working for 20 years, but never have I felt more inexperienced working with giants. It's probably one of my first project at this scale. It's breathtaking, gives me goosebumps, throws me off my center. It's a great challenge, it's a great lesson. It's such an honor to be part of this.
If I may echo what Demi said, actually, production of this scope, yung pagka-present pa lang when we were doing the StoryCon, medek lahat ng department, from the PD to the wardrobe to the location. So sabi ko, wow, napakalaki ng pelikula. So it made me, yung cinematography namin talaga, of course, the multi-awarded Miss Shane Sante. Diba, paano kung magkakamali? 3 po ang producers namin dito. At lahat po ay binigyan nila ng 100% na importansya yung pelikulang ginawa namin. It only goes to show how much respect we have for the Philippine cinema. Ay hindi naman pa-humble sa akin na parang pwede naman natin gawin, ba't hindi natin gawin? So with this film, it's a humbling experience for me to be part of something so big and something that we can be proud of as Filipinos. And I'm really honored to be part of this as an artista.
Thank you.
I've been in this business for more than half of my life. And this is the first time na namulat ako sa tunay na buhay ng artista. Well, I've done television shows, I've done movies before, quite a number of movies. But this is the first time na I wouldn't say nahirapan ako, but it's the first time na na-challenge ako. As in, challenge talaga. I mean, you know, like in my character, I can't even raise my eyebrows. Ganon. I can't even say, eh. Yun, doon ako komportable. And aalisin mo ako sa comfort zone. That was really hard work for me. And credit goes to my co-actors and of course my director, Direct Mike. We would go over the sequence before we shoot it. I have so many questions. Can I raise my hand? Can I do this? Can I do? No, I cannot. I cannot raise my my voice. I have to change my voice. Hindi pwede yung boses ko sa Itbulaga. Give me 5! Hindi pwede. So it was really a hard work for me. It was a very big challenge. And I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I said yes to this monumentous film. Ay, hindi. Totoo. Oh, pati budget, ang laki. Yeah.
Thank you. Ako, natutunan ko bilang artista, habang ka-eksena si Papa B at si Bossy, magpigil ng kilig talaga. Yung pag nakaharap ka sa kanila, yung dapat chill ka lang. Huwag kang, kunyari hindi ka kinikilig. I remember Direct Mike kasi caught me. I had a scene with Papa B. And then, kausap ko na si Miss Camille sa likod. Tapos sobrang kilig na kilig ako. Sabi ni Direct Mike sa akin, sabi niya, ikaw kunyari pa-chill-chill ka lang kilig na kilig ka pala habang ka-excited. So, well, on a serious note, that's one. But I think the biggest learning for me as an actor doing this film is complete trust with your co-actors and also with the production that you're working with. Honestly, sabihin ko, selling point talaga, sinabi nila, this is a Bossing and Papa B movie. I did not even have to read the script to say yes. Automatically, it was a yes for me. And agad-agad alam ko dahil nandun yung tiwala ko sa mga kasama ko. And of course, I've worked with APP many times before. And I know kung paano sila mag-alaga and paano sila talagang mag-ingat sa mga projects na ginagawa nila. So I learned complete and full trust with the people that I worked with on this film.
Yes, para sa akin naman, yung regarding dun sa question na kakayahan bilang artista, hindi ko lubos akalain na kaya ko palang tumayo sa parlamento. Kasi para sa akin, yung salitang parlamento pa lang napakabigat na. Tapos ako gaganap bilang artista. Parang ang bigat nun. At direct kinaya ko naman, diba? Kinaya ko naman. Pero, yun nga, on a seryosong note, napakalaki pasasalamat ko na napunta sa akin itong role na to. Kasi kapag nag-uusap kami ni Direct Mike, meron akong mga sentimiento. At para sa akin, parang nagawa ko siya dito sa pelikulang to. So, hanggang dun lang.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Our next set of questions will come from Jenny Grace of TikTok.
Good evening. My question po is for Christine, Sue, and Sid, plus Nico and Zai. How did you prepare for your role po? And how does it different from the other character na nagampanan niyo? Yes.
First, wow. Okay. Very differently kasi usually like hindi ko na mention kanina pero some people mention but this project kasi when you find out who you're working with and who's directing it, it's an auto yes. You yes and then you read later. So nung natanggap ako para sa pelikula, doon pa lang nalaman ko ano yung mangyayari. It was more like a crash course. I mean, like I probably like crammed it all. I took bits and pieces of my experiences in other projects because I was fortunate enough to work on a project a long time ago for TV which dealt with a certain kind of, well, it was our past, it was kind of like very influenced, but this movie is influenced by that. So I used a little bit of that and buti na lang nagamit yun kasi yung language dun sa show na yun was a lot closer to this one, which helped a lot. And then, same as always, when you get to the set, I watch everybody do their thing and I base it off of that. And yeah, I think.